Hey, folks, I'm going to give you a little tour of the dome here for a minute so that you understand how I think. Uh, at a very early age, and I don't remember when, I really genuinely don't. It must have been through watching my parents and how they interacted with the adult world, or maybe it was Saturday morning cartoons, or maybe it was just being aware of the world around me at a level that maybe I didn't really understand yet. But I remember being very aware of the fact that despite the fact that I was a relatively handsome kid, I knew that something, at any point in time, something could happen that could leave me not physically attractive. I knew that if I had money, the money could go away, right? Like I knew that it was fleeting. I knew that there was never going to be a time in my life when I had generational wealth. So I always looked at that as kind of it could disappear. The same thing with like power or fame. Like I knew that I could lose those things. Anything that was outside of me, I knew that if it came into my life, I could just as easily lose it. And I never wanted to be dependent upon those things. I never wanted to build my self-worth on those things. I just didn't understand that. It seemed silly to me to build, like I see it all over. You see it all over. People that make so much money, people they call themselves high achievers, right? And they say, "Well, I've got this much money and I've got this much things and I've got all this stuff. I've achieved so much." And yet they're like bankrupt morally. Like they're horrible fucking people and they're not very bright, right? They're basically like just above functional idiots, but they've had either, they've been really hot or they've been this really, really lucky with the people they hang out with or whatever it may be. And listen, this isn't like me being, shitty towards them because they have those things. I actually feel bad for them because at the end of the day, all of that stuff is fleeting. All of it goes away. Your looks, all of it, the money, it goes away. You don't get it. This is what you get. This is what you have. This is the thing that matters the most. And listen, for all of my deficiencies, I know that I've got this. I know that I'm working on this. I know that I'm building this every goddamn day. I know that I'm getting better up here. I know that I'm a better person because of this. And I'm not even talking about like, well, I'm above you or I'm like, I don't think that way. I just think, well, I know that if push came to shove and I needed a hand, those people probably wouldn't help me. But if push came to shove and they needed a hand, I would be right there to lift them up. And in that regard, I do believe I am a better person. And I know many of you are the same way. I know many of you, I've spoken to you, I've talked to you, on in depth about issues that you've had. And I know that many of you are the same kind of person. I know that you'll understand this. You would be the one that would be there to help them, even though they may not be there to help you. And that makes you a better person because you are working on who you are internally. You are working on what you are working with up here. You're working on your heart and your soul in a way that is so much more profound and impactful than all the money and all the hot looks and all the power could ever fucking be. Because all of that will disappear. And then they're only going to be left with what's inside. Nothing. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. I'll talk to you soon.